Serena Sugden only arrived in Emmerdale a few weeks ago, yet the newest resident has already become one of the show's biggest mysteries. The newcomer came to the village as a member of the Sugden family, revealed to be the granddaughter of a cousin of Jack Sugden, making her part of Robert Sugden's extended family. After admitting she had no home and was struggling to find work, Serena reached out to her relatives in the village for support. Since then, she has been welcomed into Serena Sugden's home, while Charity Dingle offered her a job behind the bar at the Woolpack, after sharing her own recent struggles with the newcomer. Despite settling into village life, Serena's behaviour has left many residents questioning her motives. In recent episodes, she has repeatedly tried to gather information about her late cousin, John Sugden, a serial killer, as well as John's victim, Nate Robinson. During Friday's episode, Serena questioned Moira Dingle while serving her at the Woolpack, once again steering the conversation toward Nate. Moira quickly sensed something was wrong, refused to answer Serena's questions, and left the pub looking uneasy. Viewers soon headed to social media to speculate about Serena's true intentions and whether she is really who she claims to be. One fan wrote, "I think Serena is a journalist." Another replied, "She's asking far too many questions, and how does she already know so much about Nate?" Someone else suggested, "She keeps digging for information, so I think she's hiding an ulterior motive." Another viewer added, "She seems capable of fitting into any situation, which would make sense if she were working undercover as a journalist." A fellow fan agreed, commenting, "She's far too interested in John Sugden. I reckon she's either a reporter or writing a book about him." The show's producer recently discussed Serena's arrival, explaining that the Sugden family remains central to Emmerdale, and describing the new addition as someone who will play a major role in several gripping and surprising storylines. The producer also hinted that Serena will face difficult decisions, with her choices having serious consequences for some of the village's most well-known residents. The actress playing Serena also shared her excitement about joining the long-running soap, saying she is delighted to become part of such an iconic series. She described Serena as a layered character with many hidden secrets, and said she is eager for viewers to watch the drama surrounding her unfold. Ross Barton finds himself walking into a dangerous trap in upcoming Emmerdale scenes, as Mackenzie Boyd's bottled-up anger finally reaches breaking point. Mac's life was turned upside down after Charity Dingle confessed that she had once slept with Ross, and that he is the biological father of her child. Charity also revealed that she had been blackmailed and sexually assaulted by Dr. Todd. Despite the shock and heartbreak, Mac has chosen to stand beside his wife, while the police continue investigating the surgeon's alleged crimes. Speaking about Mac and Charity's relationship, the actor who plays Mac explained that the couple are simply trying to keep everything together for now. He suggested that Mac has barely had time to deal with his own emotions, because his first instinct has been to protect Charity during such a traumatic period. He also pointed out that Sarah and Jacob are still unaware of the truth, adding that the secret cannot remain hidden forever. According to him, it is only a matter of time before everything comes out, although exactly how and when that happens remains uncertain. One of Mac's biggest challenges has been acting as though nothing has changed whenever he is around Ross. The actor said Mac feels deeply hurt by Ross's actions because they had grown into close friends. Discovering that Ross had known the truth about Layla all along made the betrayal even more painful. While Mac can better understand Charity's reasons because he loves her, forgiving Ross is far more difficult. He added that Mac's anger is driven less by the affair itself and more by the reality surrounding Layla's true parentage. As a new week begins in the village, Mac can no longer keep his emotions under control. He persuades Ross to meet him at a barn on Emmerdale Farm, where Ross believes he is simply helping with some work. In a newly released spoiler clip, Ross quickly notices that Mac doesn't genuinely need assistance moving the bags. Mac brushes off the suspicion by claiming he only wanted an excuse for the two of them to spend some time together because they rarely do anymore. However, the tense atmosphere leaves Ross increasingly uneasy. The confrontation soon escalates, with Mac finally unleashing all of his anger over the secrets and betrayals that have torn their friendship apart. The situation becomes even more dangerous because the argument takes place on the barn's mezzanine level. One forceful push could send Ross crashing over the edge, leaving his life hanging in the balance. Whether he survives the terrifying ordeal remains to be seen. Ross Barton faces a frightening warning in Emmerdale after a tense confrontation suggests serious danger is just around the corner. During Thursday's double episode, viewers were reminded that Mackenzie Boyd has been carrying the painful secret that Ross is the biological father of baby Layla. Ever since learning the truth, Mac has found it almost impossible to hide his resentment toward his former friend. At the same time, Kev Townsend has been trying to repair his relationship with his son, Lewis Barton, who has decided to give his biological father another opportunity. Ross and Nicola King remain highly protective of Lewis and are determined to convince Kev that he has no place in the village. Their efforts take another turn when Lewis and Nicola discover that the cafe has been broken into and robbed. As they searched for the person responsible, both of them became convinced that Kev was behind the crime and set out to prove it. When confronted with the accusation, Kev firmly denied having anything to do with the burglary, insisting he had never gone anywhere near the cafe. The situation became even more suspicious after Lewis and Nicola found the missing cash box inside Kev's trailer. Kev argued that he had been framed by Ross, but Lewis refused to believe his explanation. Following a tense exchange, Kev challenged Lewis to decide who deserved his trust, his own father or the people who were turning him against him. Later in the episode, viewers discovered that Ross and Nicola had deliberately staged the entire robbery to force Kev into leaving the village. When Ross returned home, he was startled to find Kev waiting for him, already aware of the deception. Kev demanded that Ross immediately confess everything to Lewis and admit that he and Nicola had set him up. He reminded Ross that he had previously tried to resolve the situation peacefully, but now believed that opportunity had passed. Before the episode came to an end, Kev used his knowledge of Mac's growing hostility toward Ross to deliver a chilling warning. He told Ross that he knew his secrets and claimed many people in the village wanted revenge against him. Kev warned that when those enemies finally acted, Ross would have nowhere to hide. The drama continues next week when Mac persuades Ross to meet him at a barn, where their unresolved tensions finally explode. According to the actor who plays Mac, the confrontation quickly spirals into a heated fight after harsh words are exchanged. During the struggle, Mac shoves Ross over the edge of the barn. He explained that Mac is not trying to kill Ross in that moment, but simply wants to cause him pain before walking away. Emmerdale is broadcast every weekday evening at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with each episode also available to stream on ITVX.